Boost your pharma sales career success, 2025. Prepare to excel in your next medical sales interview with this comprehensive guide covering everything from understanding the role to mastering technical questions and demonstrating your sales expertise. Before diving into specific interview questions, it's essential to understand what pharmaceutical companies are looking for in their medical representatives. This foundational knowledge will help you frame your responses effectively. The pharmaceutical sales landscape continues to evolve in 2025, with increased emphasis on scientific knowledge, digital engagement, and value-based selling. Bridge between companies and HCPs. Act as the vital link between pharmaceutical manufacturers and healthcare professionals, translating complex product information into practical benefits for patient care. Educate and promote. Deliver informative presentations to doctors, pharmacists, and hospital staff, detailing medication benefits, dosing guidelines, and clinical research findings. Meet sales targets. Achieve revenue objectives while upholding the highest ethical standards, navigating an industry with stringent regulatory compliance requirements. Territory management. Manage your assigned region strategically, fostering lasting relationships to drive long-term prescription loyalty and product adoption. Indirect sales approach. Unlike traditional sales, you don't close contracts directly. Success comes through education and building awareness that influences prescribing decisions. Scientific knowledge required. Must master complex product information and navigate strict regulatory guidelines while communicating effectively. Trust-based relationships. Long-term success depends on building credibility through persistent, scientifically accurate communication that respects healthcare professionals' time. Master these fundamental questions that appear in virtually every medical sales interview. I've spent 5 years in medical sales after transitioning from 3 years as a pharmacy technician. This background gives me both clinical knowledge and proven sales abilities, having consistently exceeded my targets by 15% in my current role. Highlight relevant background. Emphasize your medical or pharmaceutical knowledge and quantifiable sales achievements that demonstrate your effectiveness. Showcase transferable skills. If coming from another industry, highlight customer relationship management, scientific aptitude, and presentation abilities. Express healthcare passion. Demonstrate genuine interest in improving patient outcomes through educational partnerships with healthcare professionals. This question tests your preparation and genuine interest in the role. Interviewers want to see that you've done your homework and understand their company's position in the market. Research focus areas. Study the company's therapeutic specialties, oncology, neurology, etc., and flagship products. Understand benefits. Know key product advantages, clinical success rates, and market positioning. Show alignment. Connect your values to their mission and demonstrate enthusiasm for their pipeline. Impact on patient care. I'm driven by knowing the medications I represent can significantly improve, and sometimes save, patients' lives when prescribed appropriately. Educational partnership. I find fulfillment in building relationships with healthcare providers and serving as a trusted resource for their prescribing decisions. Professional growth. The combination of scientific knowledge, relationship building, and performance metrics creates an environment where I'm constantly developing new skills. Demonstrate your problem-solving abilities and interpersonal skills through specific examples. Your response should showcase your ability to remain professional under pressure while achieving positive outcomes. Listen actively. Begin by fully understanding concerns without interrupting or becoming defensive. Show genuine empathy for their perspective. Present evidence. Address specific objections with relevant clinical data, comparative studies, or patient outcome information. Suggest solutions. Offer practical options that address their specific concerns, whether it's additional information or an alternative approach. Follow up. Maintain the relationship with thoughtful check-ins that demonstrate your commitment to their satisfaction. When Dr. Rodriguez expressed frustration about potential drug interactions, I arranged for our medical science liaison to join our next meeting, which ultimately led to increased prescriptions. STAR method example. Situation: a key neurologist was hesitant to prescribe our new migraine medication due to concerns about side effects. Task: I needed to address these concerns with evidence while respecting her clinical expertise. Action: I prepared a customized presentation comparing our side effect profile with alternatives and included recent real-world evidence data. Result: she agreed to prescribe for 5 specific patients as a trial, which led to regular prescribing within 3 months. This question tests your resilience, persuasion skills, and ability to turn skepticism into opportunity through evidence-based approaches. Prioritize communication. Establish clear, direct dialogue to understand underlying issues and perspectives, fostering mutual understanding. Find common ground. Identify shared goals and values to build cooperation, allowing the team to progress despite personal differences. Maintain professionalism. Focus on results rather than personalities, ensuring respect for diverse working styles and a productive environment. During our regional sales initiative, I partnered with a colleague whose approach differed significantly from mine. By establishing weekly alignment meetings and creating a shared success framework, we ultimately exceeded our target by 22% and developed mutual respect. Pharmaceutical sales often involves matrix teams and cross-functional collaboration. Your ability to work effectively with various personalities is critical for success. Demonstrate your understanding of pharmaceutical products, medical terminology, and regulatory requirements. Industry events. Attend key conferences like the American Society of Clinical Oncology, ASCO, annual meeting and pharmaceutical industry conventions. Scientific publications. Regularly read the New England Journal of Medicine, JAMA, and industry-specific publications like Pharmaceutical Executive. Professional networks. Maintain relationships with KOLs, key opinion leaders, and participate in specialized LinkedIn groups for pharmaceutical professionals. Medical representatives must demonstrate a commitment to continuous learning to maintain credibility with healthcare professionals who expect current, accurate information. Patient privacy protection. Demonstrate knowledge of HIPAA requirements, including safeguarding PHI, protected health information, during discussions with healthcare providers. Marketing compliance. Understand FDA regulations governing promotional materials, off-label discussions, and adverse event reporting requirements. Sunshine Act awareness. Know the reporting requirements for transfers of value to physicians, including meals, educational materials, and speaking engagements. In my current role, I maintain perfect compliance records by documenting all HCP interactions, following approved messaging guidelines, and completing quarterly regulatory training to stay current on evolving requirements. Pharmaceutical companies face significant penalties for compliance violations. Your understanding of these regulations demonstrates your value as a responsible representative. Translate science into benefits. Convert complex pharmacological mechanisms into clear patient outcomes that resonate with the physician's clinical priorities. Rather than focusing solely on receptor binding profiles, I highlight how this translates to a 37% reduction in symptom recurrence. Customize to specialty. Adjust your presentation depth and focus based on the physician's specialty, patient population, and previous prescribing patterns. For cardiologists, I emphasize cardiovascular safety data, while for primary care, I focus on ease of administration and patient adherence. Leverage real-world evidence. Supplement clinical trial data with practical case studies and patient experiences that demonstrate real-world effectiveness. Demonstrate your strategic thinking and long-term potential as a pharmaceutical sales professional. Initiate trial prescriptions. Encourage physicians to start with trial prescriptions for specific patient profiles, where your product demonstrates clear advantages. Focus on patients not achieving optimal results with current therapies, or those who fit your medication's ideal profile. Emphasize differentiated features. Showcase the unique advantages of your product, such as dosing convenience, reduced side effects, or specific mechanism of action benefits. For instance, highlight how once-daily dosing can significantly improve patient compliance compared to alternatives. Provide cost-effectiveness data. Proactively address potential cost concerns by providing compelling cost-effectiveness data, comprehensive insurance coverage information, and details on available patient assistance programs. Foster trust with consistent follow-up. Cultivate lasting trust by regularly checking in after initial prescriptions. Gather feedback, promptly address any issues, and provide additional resources or support to ensure physician satisfaction and continued partnership. Top prescribers. 20% who generate 80% of potential revenue. Growth opportunities. Mid-tier physicians with potential to increase prescriptions. Relationship maintenance. Loyal prescribers requiring regular support. New or low-volume prospects. Physicians requiring education and development. Strategic territory management demonstrates your business acumen and ability to maximize results with limited time resources. Key territory management tools. CRM data analysis. Geographic clustering for efficient routing. Prescribing potential metrics. Competitive intelligence. Master the STAR method. Prepare concise stories highlighting situations, tasks, actions, and results that demonstrate your competencies in sales, relationship building, and problem solving. Show passion and purpose. Communicate genuine enthusiasm for improving patient outcomes through appropriate medication use. Your conviction is as important as your qualifications. Ask strategic questions. Prepare thoughtful inquiries about training programs, performance metrics, and growth opportunities that demonstrate your long-term career commitment. Remember that as a medical representative, you're not just selling products, you're facilitating better healthcare decisions that impact real patients. Let that purpose shine through in your interview. With thorough preparation and the right mindset, you can stand out in this competitive field and launch a rewarding career in pharmaceutical sales.